On October 19th, Spotlight brought Fear Factor to UCM. We caught up with event coordinator Paris Moore to get the lowdown on Fear Factor.
My name is Paris Moore. My major is business management. My role in this event today and always for Spotlight is I'm a MAD coordinator, and MAD stands for Mules After Dark. So I'm a Mules After Dark coordinator for Spotlight. So what Spotlight does for campus is we throw events for the campus. We're broken up into several committees, so like each person has a specific target that they hit on. So again, I'm a MAD coordinator, so I hit on all the events thrown on Thursday and Fridays after 8 o'clock. The event today was Fear Factor, and Fear Factor was thrown today at 8 o'clock in the Union. It was mainly just something to throw for Halloween, but normally all of our Halloween events are centered around Halloween. So it's like wear costumes and pumpkins and, you know, like weird things like that. And I didn't want it to be anything traditional. I kind of wanted to go on a whole different spectrum, bring something new to campus, so that's why I brought in Fear Factor. So some of the things people would have went through today is like eating bugs or like moving worms with their mouths or like smashing eggs on their face or digging through a bucket of nasty stuff. Like everything was like Fear Factory. That makes sense. So the process going into organizing this event was rather long. So normally I give myself about 3 weeks to plan an event, but this one I kind of had to plan about a month in advance just because it's a lot that goes into it. As you can see, I had like 8 different stations. Each of those stations had to have like rules. I had to make sure I had the materials for those. I still wanted to provide an environment for people who didn't want to participate, so that's why I had like a food bar, but even that food bar needed to be tied in to the event as a whole, so that's why like the food looked the way they did, the punch had the stuff that it did. So it was pretty hectic. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty stressed out these couple of weeks. What I hope to gain today from this event was something new that we can bring to campus. So this event was actually like approved last semester, and what made me like propose it was going through our records. Again, we had a lot of events that had like the same theme as far as like just making everything like really Halloween like, and you know, like basically trick or treat just like on a college level, and I didn't want that. So I'm hoping to like gain a new experience, something new that we can bring to campus, that we can make a tradition every Halloween that we have Fear Factor, and it's just gonna get bigger and better every year. So that was my hope. I think today went really well. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody participated, which was the goal. So I'm satisfied. I had a blast actually. So today, the Diaper Station we had was the bug station. So it had bugs, and we actually had sardines. That was like a last minute add-in. So if you ate bugs, you got tickets. If you ate sardines, you got tickets. Next to that, we had the egg roulette. So all the eggs were labeled 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you had a wheel and you spun it. Whatever number it landed on, that's what egg you picked up. But the egg was either boiled or it was a regular egg, and you had to like smash it on your face. So you either gonna come out clean or you're gonna come out messy. Choice was yours. We also had a diaper station. Now, insider, the diapers were filled with chocolate. It was not poop, but I'm telling you, it looked very well, like especially like when I did the Snicker bar, it had like peanuts and stuff in it. It was pretty gross. So that was the diaper station. Next to that, we had the dog food station, which you had like little toy animals. I think it was like spiders, it might be like some worms and stuff. And you had to get all of those animals, like the play animals, out of the dog food, only using your mouth though. So that was pretty interesting. Next to that, we had the worm transfer. So some people were doing it a little bit differently, and that's why I'm really happy about this event. So what I had planned was people put a fork in their mouth and they moved like the worm from plate to plate using that. But some people were really bold and they were just using their mouths, and that was cool with me. So that was that. And then the last station I had were the mystery boxes. So the boxes were completely blacked out, and we used like everyday household foods as body parts. So I had some potato chips in there, but they were scabs. I had peeled grapes, but those were eyeballs. I had spaghetti for guts. Well, it wasn't really spaghetti, it was just like the noodles, the spaghetti noodles for guts. And I think I had, rice, overcooked rice for maggots. So yeah, that was that. So we did have people eat the worms. So like That, like I said, this was my first time throwing this event. This was the first time Fear Factor has ever been brought to UCM by Spotlight. So with like liability issues and stuff, I wasn't really sure like what I could do, but I also wasn't sure what the students were willing to do. So I didn't want to have a bunch of things here and nobody was down to do it. I wanted everybody to participate, but now I know y'all down for whatever, so it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better from here.
Reporting here from Lowdown, I am Brendan Wade.